The Syndicaster platform, what we've done is we've taken many of the core features that you would find in a Pinnacle Avid or a Final Cut Pro and put them up in the cloud within the Syndicaster platform. The objective was to streamline all of this workflow for the newspaper. I'm thinking about this. Newspaper is clearly the most trusted news brand in each local market. They have a huge opportunity. So what they're doing is, the journalists now are empowered and walking around with HD video cameras. They're capturing hyper-local breaking news, doing interviews out in the field, right? Right after doing that interview, these journalists can either email that video right into the newspaper Syndicaster account, or the journalist himself can log in on a Wi-Fi, upload it from his camera right into Syndicaster, robustly edit it, title it, tag it, publish it, syndicate it, and distribute it. So it's pulled out all the stops while also empowering management at the newspaper to see what is actually happening at each one of their newspaper properties. And you look at JRC, they're almost producing 24 hours of video news every 24 hours, right? I mean, they are, and I think, we look at like the Patch, what Patch was doing, and maybe this made people nervous, made the newspapers nervous, maybe it made the broadcasters nervous, but I don't believe AOL necessarily predicted that they would be competing with an army of trusted newspaper journalists wielding HD video cameras and going hyper-local and hyper-deep in their communities.
What are the economic opportunities for the publishers, and what's the economic opportunity for your company?
Well, the business model for Syndicaster is an annual, it's a SaaS business, software as a service. Each property gets a license to use Syndicaster. Each property also, a lot of people don't know this in the market, but we never wanted to be a player company, but already more than 200 media companies are using the Syndicaster white-labeled player environment and ad server. So we're really that full end-to-end solution for video. So when we go to a media company, we say, here's your license for Syndicaster. Have all of your journalists upload it, edit it, title it. Here's your player. Here's your ad server. And by the way, here's our business ClipSyndicate to help you monetize and distribute to mid and long tail websites. Because I think there's a common misconception that local video is local video, right? To me, in my mind, local video is vertical video, right? And it's really important, and media companies are coming around to understand this, that the shelf life for their video in their local market is pretty short. But once you take that video asset and you publish it in a vertical market, you significantly increase its shelf life.
Vertical market meaning, for example?
Oh, let's say on a JRC site like the New Haven Register, they maybe they do a video interview with the coach at UConn, right? They put that on the New Haven Register website, but that comes into ClipSyndicate. All of a sudden, that could end up published at basketball, collegebasketball.com or various other blogs. They do an interview with the medical director at Yale. All of a sudden, that could be syndicated over at WebMD through ClipSyndicate, right? So this is really where it's important to, and this is also where we're looking at feature development in Syndicaster. So in 3 weeks at the NAA conference going on I think in Texas, we're launching some new features such as what we call bug. So all of the journal newspapers, Journal Register newspapers will be able to watermark their logo in the bottom right of the video. So when it is in syndication, they are establishing themselves as a very strong video news organization.
And they can choose to sell ads themselves or to be in the ad network, is that correct?
That is correct. Actually, nobody's going to be better at selling high-value ads on a local website better than the newspaper. But what we provide all of our clients is a player that is connected to about 15 other ad networks. So when their own sold inventory, let's say, is depleted, the player will revert to going and pinging these other ad networks. So they're never serving a video asset without monetizing it, which is very important. And we don't take a piece of that. As a matter of fact, all of the clients can set up their own credentials for each one of the ad networks and pull it in.